Welcome back to the party package. My name is Owen, and I am the savior of entertainment and the prophet of professional wrestling. I am here today to give a little bit of an opinion, just a little bit of something that I've just thought of recently, and I got a few ideas I want to put out there, but I'm going to start off with this one, and that is going to be my 5 wrestlers in AEW especially. I'll do one about WWE, but that's a whole other video entirely. But for AEW, top 5 people that they could easily they will be the stars of the future. And these stars aren't just any normal stars. These people, 2 of them are represented here, could be the future of, they could take over mainstream media. They could bring wrestling back into the main, and that would be great. And I feel like WWE, there's a lot of problems, and I feel like that's a whole video on its own that I'm going to go over one day. But I wanted to start off with AEW because I think they have some, I think just 5, maybe 4, but I think maybe you can push one into that 5th spot. But 4 especially, they've got 4 people that could bring wrestling to the main, along with their other people, stars, rising stars, not their main guys like Kenny and the Bucks. Those people are good to start with, but I feel like they have a few people on the rise that could easily take on a huge position in the world. Hello, cat. So, I'm going to start off with the couple guys. I got 2 guys, maybe 3, but I'll bring them in at the end. My first 2 guys I want to start with, I'll start with the one that's represented here. Darby Allin is going to be a huge star. I don't know if he might have, it's going to be kind of like the other guy, who I'm going to whatever. I think Darby Allin could easily be a huge star, not just in wrestling. He could be somebody that people could fall in love with his stunts. Like, he is just such a he is an icon, I guess you could call him. He could be the hero of like a certain group of people. You know? Like, I don't know how to describe. He's like Jeff Hardy, and I know everyone says that. And I know this is a weird shirt, but I'll be talking about it later. Darby has just something special about him. And if you watch him, I mean, not just like how he kills himself every night when he goes into the ring, but he's on another level of wrestling. He's not a technical wrestler or anything. He's not trying to be. He is just a star. He is a star. Everything he does. He has not had one stinker match, because every match he does feels like a spectacle. He is an icon unlike any other. The second guy I'm going to talk about is someone that you can compare to. Darby Allin is his own person. And I don't want to say, like, he takes up a role that everybody likes. Everybody has their, I don't want to say, like, emo or goth phase, but everyone has that little, not even phase, just like that little bit of, like, I don't want to call him rebel, but everyone's got, like, that hoodlum that he likes to call himself in them. Everyone's got a little bit in them, and I feel like Darby is the type of person that everybody wants to be. Everybody wants to be like Darby Allin, and he can be easily someone to take up that, like, teenager scene. He is somebody that he's like going to be like the teenager role, because he's my height, and he's like not a big guy. And I'm probably biased because like he's like, I could see myself in him, because I'm basically the same like built as him. So like he can take up that teenager role. That teenager's like interested kind of in wrestling. They see him on TV or on Instagram or wherever, and he does like a cool the skateboarding trick. Darby is just a star. My sister, who doesn't even care about wrestling, loves him. Everybody loves him. And even as a wrestler, he then brings it to the ring. Because that's the thing. To me, and I'll make a whole video about this, but wrestling to me, if you want to make it mainstream or you want it to be popular, just look at when it was. What brings in audiences? Audiences are brought in by big characters, and then they bring a fun story to the ring. And that's what Darby does that a lot of people don't do nowadays, because they either bring into the ring with no character, or they have all the character and have nothing to bring to the ring. And like an example is like Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston brings it on the mic, and he can talk all whatever, but he's not a very spectacular wrestler, especially his stupid spinning back fist finisher, which is the dumbest thing in the world. And then someone who brings it in the ring and doesn't is Dante Martin. Dante has no character. He's got a weird-looking face, not to be mean, but he always looks like he's crying. Lately, he's gotten better at it, and I think he will be a good character, but he's kind of in a Ricochet category where he's got the flippy stuff can only take you so far, and eventually you kind of go like, well, it's cool, but like I'd rather see a guy get like thrown up in the air and then like murdered, like Braun Strowman or something, right? And that's really where Dante falls. And I think a lot of people would say Dante Martin, but really no, I don't. Dante is not a star. I've got a lot of videos planned that I'm going to be talking about. My second person I want to bring up on this list is I think the easiest one. I think the two guys I'm talking about are the easiest stars, because I feel like no matter what happens to them, they will be stars. And the other guy is the guy that everyone compares him to. Probably the biggest star from wrestling is Ricky Starks. He is such the Rock. He even said jabroni this week, and he dresses like the old Rock. Like, he just not only does he look like him, which, like, sure, you never want to be, like, the second of, like, I'm not the second Rock, I'm the first Ricky, sure, because Ricky kind of has his own flair than the Rock did, and Ricky is going to be a star. His music, for one, I mean, I play that in the car all the time. His music is just so good. They should never change it. Like, it is so good. Like, who doesn't like Ricky? Ricky is like the guy everyone wants to be, and the girl every girl wants, or whatever the saying is. You know what I'm trying to say. Ricky has the look, and he has the skills to make a fun story in the ring. He is not like some crazy, like, mastermind wrestler. He's not like Kenny Omega in the ring. But he has... But you don't need that. As long as you're like Chris Jericho and you can bring a fun match to the table, you don't have to put on a 5-star classic, but you got to put out something fun. And that's like what The Rock and Stone Cold did. They never had like a wrestling masterpiece. They had a really good story in a match. And that's what Ricky Starks brings. He's got the character. I mean, he is the second Rock. I could totally see, like, Darby and Ricky being, like, the feud to go down in their history, being, like, their AEW's Stone Cold and Rock could be Ricky and Darby. Because there's two opposite styles. They're two opposite people. They've got nothing in common. And they're just both masterminds at what they do. Because if those two guys ever feud, they will be yelling, they will be talking to each other on the mic every Wednesday night and Friday night, and you will be encaged in what they're saying. And then when they finally have a match, they are good. Nowadays, everyone's good, but now those two guys will put on a classic. And I know they've been feuding lately, but you know what I'm saying. They're not like the superstars that they can be yet, right? So that's my two picks for the guys. I got a third guy I'll talk about, but I'm not there. I've got a few like honorable mentions. For the girls, obviously, I hung up my only Britt Baker shirt, which came in a loot crate the other day. Or, not a loot crate. An all-elite crate. Or, no, whatever the hell. It is a weird shirt. She wore it on Dynamite the other week, and yeah, the shirt's weird. I don't know why no one would buy it. That's why it was in a box, because you didn't know what you'd be getting. But anyways, Britt Baker. I mean, I know CM Punk already says that she's one of the 4 pillars, but Britt Baker could easily be it. She will be like WWE's like Charlotte, but the difference is that people don't already hate Charlotte. Britt is just a great person, and that's it. I mean, Britt is a great. Here's the thing when it comes to the girls is that for me, my 2 picks is that they're kind of the opposites here. So Britt is not bad in the ring by any means, but she's not stellar. You know, she's not who I would. She isn't Charlotte. Whatever. She's not a mastermind when it comes to in the ring, but she has the best character for anybody that they have. Her talking, like, she could have, like, a show about her. Like, just Britt is awesome. I mean, there's nothing. Her character when she was the role model, her dentist when she went to the office and Rebel, like, everything about her character and story is just wildly entertaining. And she will be their Charlotte. She will win the championship the most times out of anybody. She will be their all-time, like, wrestler. She will be their, if AEW goes, like, 10 years in the future and all, like, their main people retire by then or whatever, and they have a Hall of Fame, she will be, like, the headliner. She will be, like, WWE's, like, I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to say right now because the main, like, the era of girls wrestling is actually now. But she is their Charlotte, you know? She's going to win it the most times out of anybody, and that's just the bottom line. She has what is in common with my other pick for the girls is, I'll just go into it, is Anna Jay. So Anna, in my mind, she doesn't really have a great character, but every time Anna Jay goes into the ring for a match, it is the best match of the night. Anna Jay barely wrestles because she's been hurt and she's been off TV. She really hasn't had a chance. But every time she does, Anna Jay is the best wrestler. She's the best girl wrestler I've ever seen. Kenny Omega's the best wrestler ever. There's nobody that beats him. So anybody that I say is the best is always going to be second to Kenny. So Anna Jay is the best girl ever when it comes to the ring. But she has no character really, but she really hasn't had a chance. But when she's on being the Elite too, like she doesn't come off very much as a big character, which I think is a big deal. But she makes up for it. And that she makes up for it. For me, when you look at a great wrestler, there's 3 things. 1 is in skill work. 2 is your promos. And 3 is your look and packaging. So like your gimmick and your look. That's what I put. That's how I grade wrestlers off of. And Anna Jay, she's got all the skill. Her promos and stuff aren't very great, but she doesn't really get a chance, so it's hard to tell because she hasn't gotten a chance. But her look, I mean, I'll just say it. You know what? No, I won't say it, but let's just say she's got the best look out of any girl right now that's in the business. I mean, you can debate, but it's not. I don't care what you say. At least in the top 5, I would say. Don't care. But you see what I'm saying here is coming at all of this from a business standpoint. One thing that when you're watching TV, right, and an ad pops up for anything, you're looking at the ad and you're seeing if it intrigues you, right? If you're watching TNT, like you're watching basketball, right, and basketball is on and, wrestling's coming on after because they keep showing you ads for it, okay? What happens when the person that doesn't usually watch wrestling's on there and they're some college student, right, and they're watching it with their buddies, okay? And then and I'm just saying, don't take this badly, but I'm just saying, you're watching there. Imagine those people watching the game at college, sitting on the couch watching the basketball. Fourth quarter's almost over. Rampage is coming on afterwards, and you see an ad for Anna Jay, and in the ad you see a picture of Anna Jay doing whatever, and then you have a picture of like Ricky Starks doing a Rochambeau to Darby Allin, let's just say. First off, they're gonna be like, ooh, who's that? Hey guys, who's that? And then they see a cool Rochambeau's a great move. It doesn't really look that painful, but it looks really good. So a move like that, you see that happen, and you see Anna Jay pop up on the screen. They might be like, well, let's just keep on the TV, and then it comes on. They're like, oh, Anna Jay, who's Ty Conti? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say about that. But that's where I could see these people being the stars. Is Anna Jay, I'll just say it, Anna Jay being the hot one will get views on the show no matter what. But she also has the skill. And that's one of the things, is that she has the skill. Because when she goes out there, not only are they going to be like, ooh, she gets in the ring, and then you're like, oh, man, look at that kick. And that's what Anna brings to the table. She has all the pieces, and she could work on her promo, or maybe she gets like, maybe I like her being in a tag team with Ty, but Ty doesn't really bring a lot of talking ability, which, by the way, Ty also up there. I mean, you got the tag team of Anna and Ty. I don't know what else to say. I mean, that's the whatever. You know what I want to say, but I'll leave it blank. So my fifth person I was going to talk is open-ended, because there's a few people I could talk about. So you got like this guy, Jungle Boy. Could he be a big star? I think he could. I think if he just brings in some like acting from his father, then and brings some intensity, I feel like he could be, because he's got all the skill in the world. He's got the coolest, not coolest look, but he's got the look. All he needs is some sort of character, and he has a character, but he just needs to be, more like out there, which he doesn't really do. And then you could say like MJF, but MJF, I don't really know how big he could be. I feel like his character is pretty one note, and especially like if he goes to WWE, which I don't really think would happen. But if that does happen, which I feel like would be a terrible move, because then he would definitely not become a superstar, because he couldn't say the things he could say. But he could also be, because he's got all the talent in the world. He has a look, and he can talk. I mean, we all know. And then, so another girl that I think is amazing is Chris Statlander. She is second to Anna when it comes to wrestling. And Chris can wrestle the hell out of a person. She's the strongest girl. She is good looking, not in a weird way, but in that way too. You know what I'm trying to say. And she can talk, and she does the boop stuff. She doesn't do that anymore. She's got a new gimmick, but she's got a Bayley-esque thing to her. And there's her. I feel like the women's division there is kind of it, though. Jamie Hayter could be, but she hasn't really been able to do anything yet to really become a star. Toni Storm could be a star. I feel like she's also got the look, and she's got the skill, and she can actually talk. But she just arrived. She hasn't been able to show anything off in WWE or AEW yet, so it's kind of hard to tell if to say she could be a star. But she could. AEW's got a lot of good choices in the women's division. It's just they don't use them. Instead, they use Riho and Shida and Serena Deeb instead of their actual stars. So we'll see what happens there. But in their men's division, I feel like they've got a few really good choices. Two, no matter what happens, will be stars. And then they've got a few people that could be question marks. Because, MJF, I feel like I don't really know how much bigger he could get. Wardlow, I guess you could call him a rising star. He could be their big man. I mean, Sammy Guevara and Ty could be stars. I feel like people do like them, but at the same time, they do come off as really, really annoying. So, I don't know. There's a lot of questions, a lot of potential choices to pick from there, and I want to go more in depth with these choices. But I don't have a lot of time right now. I've got to go somewhere, so I'm going to cut this video a little short, and I might want to do like a whole podcast about this, or like a big episode about like potential stars. But I want to start doing some more of these like idea videos about a certain a certain topic, and then talk about a certain choices from there. But I want to talk about the women's division at AEW versus WWE, and just I want to talk about those certain things, and I will. But I wanted to just kind of start the conversation on this video and kind of get the juices rolling, kind of get the gears grinding, and see where this leads to next. So I guess for now, my top 5 are Ricky Starks and Darby, no matter what. Britt Baker's got that queen. She's got that queen thing. And then Anna Jay's name is the Queen Slayer. So, and then number 5 could be interchanged. I feel like it changes because it used to be Sammy. It could be Jungle Boy. Now it could be Wardlow. It just depends on what time it is. So, I guess for right now, that's where I'm going to leave the list at. I'm going to do more of these. I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about each of these not each choice, but like about these characters and why I feel like these people should be stars. I'm going to do a video called Who Should Be Pushed, or like something like that along those lines tomorrow or later today, and that'll go up soon. So I guess you got that to look forward to, and I'm just going to go a lot more in depth. I want to make a lot more videos like this, because I have a lot to get off my chest. Even if no one sees it, I want to get it out there so then I can go back and watch it, I guess. So, I guess, until next time, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Next time I'll clean it up and have a little bit better opinions on everything. I have my little notes here, and I didn't do a very good job of writing anything. So, I apologize. But, I guess one more time to recap. My list is Ricky, Darby, Britt, and Anna, for obvious reasons. Those are going to be the superstars. Chris Statlander, MJF, Jungle Boy, all can be talked about later on a different day. But I've got to go. So I guess till next time, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, pick up your free subscription down below by hitting that red subscribe button. It's the same color as Britt Baker here for some reason. So hit the red button that looks like this. It's weird, I'm just rubbing her face, whatever, that's weird. If you enjoyed, leave a like down below, and go down, don't leave a thumbs down, but go down to the comment section, leave any opinions, comments, suggestions, concerns, opinions, rants, or any other feedback and reviews you'd like to leave behind, and tell me, who do you think are future stars? And tell me, who do you think is a future star in WWE, because I want to do a video on that, and it's going to be a little different, because they do things differently. So, I want to do that, I will do that, and I guess until next time, and very soon, because I'm going to do a few more of these videos. Thank you for watching. I have been the savior of entertainment and the prophet of pro wrestling, Owen! And thank you for watching. I've also been the party. And until next time, don't know if I can do that. Ta-ta for now.